This year's recipient of the 2024 Dave Stewart Community Service Award is Mason Miller. Throughout the season, Mason has made a commitment to direct outreach to children living with type 1 diabetes, meeting with them on the field and discussing how to balance their diagnosis with sports. Congratulations, Mason, and thank you, Dave.
Joey Estes on the hill for the Athletics, and we'll get into the season for Joey Estes because really it's a tale of two seasons when you start to divide how things have gone for the young man. 20th start of the season.
Pitch on the way, and it's inside, and it hits Victor in the back.
Robles taken off and slides into second base. This ball skims into center field now. The Mariners have a runner at third base right away.
Ground ball to first. Robles stays put, and Gray steps on the first base bag for the first out. 1 on and 1 away, no score, and that'll bring up catcher Cal Raleigh. Cal now with 28 home runs on the season.
Muscled, a mile high, a towering fly ball, and it is fair. It's a rainmaker for a day game for Cal Raleigh. What a mammoth blast all the way up to the second deck. It's his 29th home run this season. He has now tied his skipper Dan Wilson, 19th all time in team history for Mariner home runs.
Exit velo of 112, just short of 400 feet. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning, and that was a towering blast just fair down the right field line.
Well, an Oakland native, Brian Wu, is up on the mound pitching for the Mariners today.
Yeah, what a year he's had. 17 starts for him, a 2.3 ERA.
Lawrence Butler leads off for the A's. He is riding a 14-game hitting streak.
There's a backhand at second base. Blanco plays that well. There's out number 1. Strike 3 called. He froze him on a breaking ball.
That was a sweeper. And the 2-2 to Blade, swinging a drive into the gap in right center field. Julio going back, and this one is caught by Julio near the fence toward right center field. Blade, pretty good ride, but Julio is there, and that's it for the A's in the bottom of the first inning.
How about that guy? You know who that is? The Mauler, the Milwaukee Mauler, former pro wrestler and a massive A's fan.
Reaches for this, shoots it out towards the gap in left center field. Blade racing, diving, can't make the catch. Now the Mariners with some extra base power early on today. It's their 3rd hit for extra bases, a homer and now 2 doubles.
Mariners have another runner in scoring position. They've done that quite a few times in this series. Leo Rivas making his first start. And a good pitch strikes out Leo Rivas.
Wrapping that slider right around the back foot of Rivas.
Is out in front, hits a fly ball to left center. Routine play for Seth Brown is right there, and he makes the catch. So the Mariners fail to score, and after 1.5, the Mariners lead the A's 2-0.
When you put the hard hat on, there's about to be some construction done on the field.
Talk about building innings. You think Mahler is not on board with that? He's lock and step. That's the foreman of offense right now, the Milwaukee Mauler. Time to put the hammer to the nail.
3-2 to Brown. A line drive, base hit to right. And Seth Brown gets aboard to start off the bottom of the second inning.
Back-to-back punch-outs with the heater for Brian Wu.
So there's Schumann, a right-handed hitter.
Schumann, who's been hitless in his last 3. 3-2 payoff pitch, and Schumann lines it into left for a base hit. Now runners on first and second with Tristan Gray coming up, who collected his first hit of the season last night.
Now the stretch and the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. There's that fastball on the inside corner. Gray strikes out as Brian Wu strikes out the side here in the bottom of the second, and the Athletics leave the 2 runners stranded. Julio going to start things here in the 3rd.
Julio starts things with a bang. That is blasted all the way up to the second deck. It just took a seat out. A majestic, breathtaking home run from Julio. That was a missile.
For Julio, his 14th home run on the year. That's some pretty good exit velocity. 111, just short of 450 feet.
Wow.
14 straight games worth of action off the barrel of the Butler.
Fastball grounded sharply up the middle, reaching to his right is Rivas. It's off his glove, trickles into left. He was moving to second base as Wilson was making his break towards second. That'll be a base hit for Butler, make it now a 15-game hitting streak for the A's right fielder.
3-2 pitch, and that's grounded through for a hit. Wilson will be held up at third. The bases will load up for Seth Brown with just one out. 1-1 to center field. Rodriguez makes the catch. Wilson will tag. Everyone else will stay put. That brings home the first A's run. Another RBI for Seth Brown on the sacrifice fly to center, and the A's finally score a run against Bryan Woo.
Mariners lead the A's by a score of 3-1. Robles hit by a pitch, scored a run to the first. Is flat out to Brown and left.
One hopper over to Wilson, the rookie shortstop, and it's not in time. Robles calls himself safe, and he is.
Wilson took his time on that. He took a couple extra steps that he didn't need to. He has a strong throwing arm, but Robles can get down the line.
Robles takes off. This ball is hit hard over to third base on the ground, and Schumann can't handle it. Robles is racing into third, and he gets in there standing. Now Robles was taking off on the pitch and just kept on running.
Joey Estes gives 4+ innings, but Mark Kotsay will go to the bullpen.
Cal, a home run already today. That was from the other side of the plate. Now batting right-handed against the lefty. Plenty deep out to right field. Lawrence Butler is there. There's out number 1. Robles comes home to score. An aggressive base running for Victor Robles pays off for the Mariners. It's a sacrifice fly by Cal Raleigh. And the Mariners get that run back. It's 4-1.
Now the 2-2 to Raley, swinging a fly ball into the gap in right center field and deep, going back. Bleday to the one. He tracked near the wall, leaps up, and it's off his glove. Julio rounding second, heading for third. Raley in at second. J.J. Bleday had a chance for that ball, and he missed it.
Looks like they're putting Turner on. So loading the bases here and setting up a chance for a double play for Polanco.
Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that's swung on a ground ball to short. Wilson's got to flip to second one, relay to first. The A's get the double play. Even playing in, that ball was crisply hit. The A's turn the 6-4-3, and they stay in the game.
51 games during the day, 358, 18 home runs, almost 60 runs batted in. He'll hit it to deep left. Robles going back. He looks up. And right on cue, Brent Rooker gets his 34th home run of the year. Just over the left field scoreboard. And now it's 4-2 Mariners, as Rooker finally figured Woo out with a solo blast. Extends his hitting streak to 9 games now. And the A's produce a little bit of noise in the bottom of the 5th.
And here is Victor Robles. Victor Robles, Vince, has impacted this game with his legs.
He lost his elbow guard. The ball made contact with the elbow guard, and then the elbow guard falls off.
Well, and now Kotsay, is he saying that he leaned into that? Well, this escalated fast.
Well, this is Mark Kotsay asking, are you sure? What's this on? Go ahead and keep it rolling, Todd. We're good to go.
A little bit of sass.
A little bit.
Ullman trying to get out of it unscathed. Does have runners on first and second, but 2 outs in a 4-2 game.
Swung on, lifted to right. This could be trouble deep in the corner. Long run for Butler right down the line, and he makes the catch. Fair ball and just shy of the foul pole, about 1 step from the wall. Good play by Butler. Julio flies out.
So now the Mariners have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Looking to add on to that 4-2 lead here in the top of the 8th inning with Julio Rodriguez aboard. Now there's a base open. It's third.
Then the pitch to Julio is right through McCann, back to the screen, to play at third. Maybe the throw, the tag, out at third. The A's got to break the ball, kick back from the bottom of the backstop. Right to McCann. He turned, he whipped the ball to third. On the bag was Schumann, and Rivas is out trying to advance on what he thought for sure would be a wild pitch.
1 on, 1 away, and that'll bring up Luke Raley. Mariners would love to add an insurance run here in the 9th.
He shoots this out to center field. Bleday showing his numbers, looking into the sun at the wall, and it's gone!
There's some insurance for you.
A 9th inning home run to straightaway center field. 3rd hit today for Luke Raley, all for extra bases. And the breathing room the Mariners crave here in the 9th. It's 6-2. Andres Munoz is on to get the final 3 outs. He will face 8, 9, and 1.
The A's do get a base runner in the 9th, but still down by 4. You're going to need a little bit more than that. Rooker get this one in the air to center. Julio Rodriguez going back, fighting the sun at the wall. It's gone. So a towering blast for Brent Rooker, his second home run of the game, his 35th of the year. And at one point that would have tied it at 4-4. But the 2 runs in the top of the 9th for the Mariners, I think they're very thankful they were able to get that on a very similar looking home run from Luke Raley.
6th career multi-homer game for Brent Rooker.
Great to see the A's still fighting with 2 outs.
And he goes around. That's the ball game. The Mariners win it today. They split the series. And most importantly, the Mariners move within 4.5 of the Astros.